Straight to Ukraine now, the city of Donetsk, where locals are clearing the damage caused by days of shelling. And while last night was relatively calm, they do fear that any moment could bring a new round of escalation. Over the past few days, the situation has been tense throughout the entire Donetsk region, with Kiev's troops saying they're only retaliating against aggression from anti-government forces. Here's Murad Gazdiev.
The sort of bombardment and shelling that we saw in Donetsk has not been seen here since 2016. You could literally feel explosions through vibrations and through the tremors they cause every few seconds throughout the city. It was mostly the northwestern parts, the northwestern districts that were targeted, but you had sporadic explosions, blasts everywhere.
We first heard a huge explosion. Half of the windows were blown out. Within an hour, we heard a second explosion, which broke the rest of the windows. We rushed out into the corridor. When we returned later, we found several bits of shrapnel in our rooms.
5 schools were apparently hit, according to local authorities. 2 kindergartens, as well as widespread devastation caused to people's homes. There were shops hit as well. The building behind us, there was a particularly large explosion here. The windows have been blown out for hundreds and hundreds of meters around us after a particularly loud explosion here that caused all the car alarms in the city to go off.
Как я не осталась здесь ночевать, я тут, это же моё вся постелька, вот тут лежит всё моё. Я ж тут жила.
Reconstruction repair efforts are underway. They're cleaning up. The OSCE monitors are here. They're looking at the damage. They're cataloguing what has happened, looking at the evidence. Fortunately, however, the shelling seems to have subsided. It's quietened down significantly. We're still hearing about shelling to the south of Donetsk city, but around the city itself, it's very, very quiet.
Now, the dire humanitarian situation in the region is not the only concern of international observers. They've detected heavy weapons in the area, something that violates the Minsk peace agreements. However, a spokesperson for the Ukrainian security forces says that he hasn't seen any tanks. And we spoke to Alexander Hug, the principal deputy chief monitor of the OSCE's special mission to Ukraine.
The OSCE Special Monitoring Mission indeed is recording forbidden weapons on both sides of the contact line in areas where there shouldn't be. The constant fighting in built-up area has led to the extent and result that critical infrastructure such as electrical grids, gas pipelines, water pipelines have been interrupted, been destroyed. The government-controlled city of Avdiivka, for instance, is out of electricity for the good part of the last 5 days. Some parts of Donetsk city this morning when we passed through the area that had been impacted. So quite a difficult situation for the civilians here on both sides of the line. We still have temperatures here below 10 minus at the moment. Civilians suffer, and it's for those that this must come to an end, and the sides must stop firing and must withdraw their weapons away from the contact lines.
Up next here on RT International, the full interview with Ted Malloch, who's tipped to be Trump's main man in Brussels. That'll be in Going Underground. But if you're joining us from the UK or Ireland, Sputnik and George Galloway for you.